quite a bit of Mongo in my shot.
Yeah, yeah.
I think you gotta go down, dude. You need to square up again.
Yeah.
I hit
Full
some more of
wide.
those crabs, but he's missing the party down below.
Edge of the porch. Ooh, pretty good.
I've got to jump out ahead here.
Shoreside, we're just about in the middle of this feature. Do you want to head over it, continuing east or northeast, or?
Well, I gotta go up slope just to get to the top of it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's where
Bob,
the
that's
porch.
exactly. And now that we
Better
can see the
stuff's up
slope is
there.
exactly. Yeah, if we head up to the right, upslope to the top, that would be great.
Well, one thing that was contributed in the science chat, I think in reference to my saying it would be hard to walk up this if we were hiking because everything would move, is that's why it's not great habitat for these long-lived corals and sponges, because it does have a tendency to shift and move over time, and they grow very slowly, and they need the rocks that they live on to stay put.
Very true, Jen. Corals and some sponges, or corals and to a lesser extent sponges, given their slow maturity and long lives, definitely want more stability.
Well, this is looking more promising. Seems like some of these features are getting bigger.
Yeah. Definitely, you can tell that, the joints in the rock, some of the rocks haven't tumbled down slope. They're still kind of close together.
So according to our bathy, we are going to start heading down slope soon. If you look on HiPAC, we're kind
Paul,
of
maybe if we can.
side.
Sorry, Sam.
Oh, go ahead.
Maybe if we can get directly upslope, to maybe kind of follow just what visually looks to be kind of perpendicular to the slope.
So a south
So we kind of
heading,
get back onto the top.
Or do you want us to zigzag down this feature?
Not down, no. I want to go directly upslope to find the.
Kind of like where Herc is pointing right now.
Yeah, south.
Yes,
about right.
that's better.
One of those balls.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I sense a zoom coming.
Yeah, but I'm not quite as quick on the draw as Bob is.
Oh, there's a lot of experience sitting next to you.
All right, there we go. Yeah, no joke. He makes it look easy.
Okay, so we saw that earlier. This is a little, oh, maybe what we saw earlier was a predatory tunicate that had caught something.
That's what I'm
so it was
thinking.
closed.
Yeah.
But the polka dots
this one's open. Have you seen the polka dots before? I don't remember
the
when
other
I seen
thing we
on
were
the
looking at
Davidson that they had
just
polka
like
dots.
that.
Right, but before that one, I had
Yeah.
never seen
Oh,
anything like that with
oh.
polka dots.
I may have missed it, but what do they feed on?
Whatever's floating by, these little krill
Yeah, whatever.
or
Exactly.
yeah. Interesting.
Though if Amanda's still on, she may give us even more detail. And if she does, I'll let you know.
And then there's a little protrusion off the right side of it. I wonder
Yeah.
if that's part of it or something
Temple.
that's lobbed on.
Get more zoom?
I knew
Yeah.
that was coming. That's all you get.
Yeah, so remember first we zip and we zoom, but right now we're on Zoom.
Well, actually, the other one we looked at, it looked like that thing was on the inside, right?
Yeah. Oh, interesting.
Right.
It's true.
So Kirsten in the science chat was saying the other one that was closed, it looked like there was something inside that may have been a little fish. Which it did kind of look like that now that I think back on
Yeah.
it. So this, yeah. So,
Wow. I'd love to see a profile of this.
Freaky. That's great for Halloween.
Yeah.
Well, actually, that thing up there to the left looks like the thing that's on the
Yeah.
side there, but
Great.
Great shot.
That's cool. Thanks
Well,
for seeing that.
let's come live.
Good
Unless we want to
Good
zoom more on that. little
eyes. I
thing.
didn't notice that.
All right. Do we have a ship move underway or no?
We don't. So we can continue upslope heading south here, Science.
Yep, that sounds great.
Roger.
Thanks. And then, yeah, we just want to explore around the top here and see if there's any large outcrops. And if not, we can kind of move on.
Bridge nav.
Kurt, do you want high pack back?
Yeah, Al, when you get a second, that would be helpful.
And it's up now.
Thank you. We do like
Great,
seeing
thanks.
you guys in the control van, but sometimes we got to see the map. The navigation.
Thanks for reminding me, because I should know.
That's why we're all here working together. So a little while back, before we got into this steeper kind of cobble or talus field, we saw off to the side as we were running a transect, a large grouping of these king crabs. But obviously these two didn't get the invitation.
What is that off on the left?
just the route in front.
That big
Yeah,
thing.
it looks like big spongers. No, octopus.
Again.
Octopus.
Yep.
Oh,
That looks like
well,
quite a big
that's really
octopus.
interesting
Yeah,
because
that's
it looks
the-
really saggy, like not very. My first impression looked a little old.
And quite large.
Mm-hmm. Can we zoom in on the arms just to see if it's one row or two rows?
Yeah, I'm just gonna
Um,
set down for a sec
yeah.
here.
Really cool lasers.
Okay, let's zoom in.
I think the octopus has eggs on the lower right or lower left side.
I was
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was looking right there too.
Quite large eggs.
Oh yeah. Look at that.
Oh yeah. Good eye.
So as I was
This looks
saying
different
earlier,
than the. Sorry. Go, Jen.
No, go for it. What were you gonna say?
Those
Yeah, I
eggs
don't know the
look like the
species.
other octopus we were looking at.
Yeah, it's definitely looks different than the moose octopus that we were
Did we
seeing
see a
at Davidson,
Davidson?
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they don't brood this way, but I was thinking of
Right.
the one that Bruce Robeson studied in Monterey Canyon that looks, the picture of that octopus in their press release looks just like this as far as the posture of this animal. So that's very interesting. And we're seeing one row of the suckers. They're offset. They're not, you know,
Al, you
but
want to
they're
zoom
not
in with
they're not double
Argus?
rows.
Was that the Granulodone octopus?
Yeah. So Erica wrote something about that a little while ago. But I have had to reboot my science chat twice, so I've lost it. But it looks to me like you can see pretty well-formed embryos in those eggs. So she's probably been here for quite some time, which is why she's looking, you know, like she's kind of atrophied some.
Get the water movement through the body there.
That's very interesting.
Baiting the eggs.
Maybe it's, you know, this is why we've been seeing some of the really small ones around here too. We have some mamas brooding in the area.
All right.
Thanks.
Yeah, let's come wide.
It's a good view in Argus right now too.
Oh yeah, I missed.
Come wide and Argus. Rob, you want to come all the way out or just keep
Yeah, you
that
can
way?
come all the way out. We got it.
Yeah, we may have some bigger rocks up to the, seeing an Argus view too. Don't see any corals or sponges sticking out from them, but
Thanks for that great look at her.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's interesting because one of the things we
What'd you
haven't
see,
seen
Bob?
with the other brooding octopus is
Maybe
any
it's
of the
just
babies.
starfish. One of the big starfish, I guess. No, that's an interesting.
Big crab behind it too.
Looks like we're getting towards the peak, though. It's starting to level off.
Yeah, it does look that way.
So Erica Burton has been doing some great research on that predatory tunicate we saw. And what she sent us in the science chat is that as the tunicate ages, it undergoes various morphological changes, attaining an old man posture, where the tunicate humps over and begins to deteriorate. Bubble ulcers also appear in older tunicates, and the oral hood begins to deteriorate due to the presence of ciliates and other bacteria. So
Interesting.
maybe those are the circles or bubbles that we're seeing in that is indicative of it being an older animal.
We saw two of them rather close together, so that's interesting.
Yeah, I'm kind of just flying around, and if anyone sees anything or wants to go anywhere in particular, definitely give me a shout. Otherwise, I'm just going to kind of keep exploring. What is that right ahead?
I see I think a feather star, but we should look just in case. I mean, that's one of the higher points, just to make sure there isn't some coral or sponge hiding.
Did we need a closer look on that? Sorry.
I don't. So there's some thinking going on about next directions. They're a bit puzzled that up here we're not finding more large rocks. So maybe we just kind of. Kurt, you want to look at any more of this stuff or move on?
This
Yeah,
looks
I'm not
like the
seeing
edge
anything
coming
that's-
up here.
Yeah.
Might be good to
Yeah,
look
this-
over the edge.
Yeah.
Sure, let's do it.
The ship stopped, so you're good there. So let me know if you want to put in another move.
Yeah, we're just kind of surprised that there's not more larger outcrops on top of this little local high. It's just a lot of rubble.
Yeah.
Way off in the distance. Maybe it's just a rock.
Definitely seeing some feather stars, which are, oh, that's trash, huh? A box with a handle right there.
Yeah.
Did you see that metal box with a
Yeah.
handle?
I don't think we
Like an
caught
ammo
that.
Yeah.
container, maybe.
Where
It's
about?
right
What?
there in the.
It's
Bubble
it's
can.
right below the porch, basically.
Yeah. Whoops. Ah. Right there.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Oh. Good eye. Oh, yeah.
Huh.
Rather old.
Oh, that's. That looks like an oil can. Like
Can
just
zoom?
like cooking oil can.
Oh.
Ready when you are,
Oh,
Paul.
okay.
Ready for a zoom?
Yeah. Can we turn the lasers back on, actually?
Right.
Not to measure
Yeah.
the oil can, but
Yeah, definitely.
yeah, we can zoom in on that.
Hmm.
Yeah. Alright, let's come wide. I'm kind of drifting backwards here.
You'd think there'd be more stuff up here. It looks like the current's blowing pretty good.
Yeah. Just the feather stars really seem to be up in the higher parts of these rocks, filter feeding. Or
Slight.
suspension feeding, I should say. They're picking. Wait, what's the fuzzy? No, I guess that's another feather star.
I could use a tilt or a pan. 'Cause I've got a few lens flares. Oh, you're staying with me. Oh, they're gone. Thank you.
No problem.
Is that what you called the little red
In the corner,
dots that were in the lens? Yeah, a lens flare.
lens flare. Light reflecting inside the
Okay.
lens.
That dark
Okay.
The red.
Multiple.
Oh, it's crab legs. It's like, what's that branching
Those do look
coral?
pretty
I
tasty,
know.
though.
I thought it was like bubblegum coral. Oh, octopus
another
with
octopus.
eggs. Oh goodness.
What?
Oh, and the glue. It's got a bunch
Oh
of glue on the rock.
gosh.
Oh, look, sure does have a lot of glue. Wow.
Okay, gonna come around.
So, not like, the glue that comes in like a tube, but the octopus produces glue to cement her eggs to the rock. And even when eggs hatch, that glue's left behind. And it has a greenish tinge to it.
The phrase being used the last time we were looking at octopus eggs was oviducal cement.
Oh,
Interesting
nice.
phrase.
That's quite the word.
Yep.
Oviducal
Wow.
cement.
Okay, let's zoom in. So all over that rock, is that cement? So this isn't the first octopus? Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it. It looks like this spot's been used before.
Interesting.
Those eggs look a little whiter, too. They might be younger.
Oh, but those are pointier looking. Yeah. Those other ones look rounder.
Yeah.
Was it just
Yeah.
because you were looking at the other end of them?
It's hard to tell. Definitely looks like a different species, though.
You think it's a different species of octopus?
Oh, sorry, different species than the octopus garden at Davidson.
Oh, yes. Yes, definitely.
But
yeah,
looks the same as
this
the last
is a
one we
different
just saw.
species. Yeah.
There also seems to be a coating on these rocks. We also saw it at the last octopus that was brooding.
The black?
Yeah.
That's manganese.
Right. I guess it's hard to know if it's on the other rocks around it because they're covered in sediment, where this octopus has probably done a little bit of clearing, right?
Yeah, it did. Huh.
That's a nice view. Thank you.
All right, let's come wide. So do we want to keep going
These are
along
some of the...
this plateau a little bit, or?
Well, it's definitely nice that we saw some bigger boulders here. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see if that continues. And then, Sam, when you get a chance, can you zoom out on the high pack a little bit?
Sure.
I'm talking with Guy Cochran on chat here, and we're trying to strategize the next place to explore. He seems to think that, given what we've been seeing with all this rubble, that the steeper slopes on this kind of southwestern flank might be a lot more rubble and not really support corals and sponges. So we may want to, he's suggesting that we actually kind of go to the northeast to get up onto some of the flatter areas that might have bedrock.
How's that looking for a
So
zoom
it's
out?
deviation from our original plan, I understand, but
Sure.
we're trying to kind of figure out how to find some areas that might have some corals and sponges.
How this works. Do you want to zoom out more?
That's good, actually. So yeah, maybe I'll chat with Guy here, but he was suggesting to the northeast to get to some of those flatter areas up there.
Yeah, it seems like these big rocks kind of start to end.
All right, now he's suggesting due east.
Due east. Roger.
Yes.
Would you like us to drop kind of a target or a waypoint due east, or just kind of keep exploring?
Yeah, I think if we get, yeah, about right there is good, where you had your cursor. Of course, I don't know what the delay is.
Right.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a delay. Let me just drop one.
So
That's due east, so we can make sure we're on the same page here. Now there's a target that's a little triangle. Starts at 0.5.
yeah,
Does that look good?
yep, that's a good start. Yep.
Beautiful.
And if anyone's interested in seeing what Kurt and Samantha are discussing, it's in Channel 3. They're looking at a map in HiPAC, and that's the navigational software that helps plot our course.
30 meters,
The lines
090.
The lines you see on that map are isobaths. Are they spaced every 10 meters?
They are.
All right. And we are moving upslope.
Oh, I think we have another octopus.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a snailfish.
Oh.
Ah,
Every time. First time.
they are similar colors, aren't they?
Yeah.
I know what the snailfish is going to be for Halloween.
Yeah, a lot of times we're looking for steep slopes because it's consolidated rock of some sort, oftentimes sedimentary rock, and the sediment will slough off and provide attachment points for filter feeders
Crab's big.
like corals.
Yeah.
And
The king
sorry,
crab.
my audio just did a little weird thing.
Okay, let's zoom in.
Is that a sponge by the
Yeah.
tail?
Oh
Yeah.
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 Is that a sponge of interest?
It's very similar to the one we got. It was kind of encrusting
Okay.
a bit earlier in the watch. Could be different. I see Abby's still signed in. I don't know if she's
Yeah, let's come wide.
can chime in.
Yeah, she hasn't commented in a while, so we'll see if she says anything. But
Well, the ship move is started, right? So,
Ship move is
yeah,
started.
we should go.
okay.
Yeah, shoreside, we can stop anytime. If there's anything we want to do that's more than just a quick zoom, just let me know sooner than later, and easy to stop anytime.
Paul, do you want to square up on the
Will do.
porch or just zoom in?
Yeah. So we're going to be going downslope here soon, right? Because that was the top of this little plateau.
Little plateau, but then we're going to be heading into kind of a flatter region.
Got it.
And then back upslope as we move towards this larger feature that's to the southeast.
Copy that.
Sam, what is your watch circle from that previous point, out of curiosity? Just trying to, oh, I see there's a scale bar there too.
Yeah, you're gonna have to watch your butt cam because you're
Yeah.
dragging it in dirt.
Can I spin around or something?
Well,
Keep moving this way, but facing a different direction?
how much down the slope we got here?
See if I can get a slope map up.
Oh no. But I just zoomed into the look off the porch and never
Okay.
mind all the stuff in the way. Nope.
Yeah, yeah.
Just point down. Turn off the porch light.
Is the goal to keep the bottom in sight in this transit?
That's not a primary goal right now. I mean, just doesn't have to be in just so we can see it a little bit. But
I think we're getting out of that downslope there anyway.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yep. And this looks like is where it starts to
Oh,
flatten out.
our
think
delta's
it'll level
25
out
now,
pretty soon.
too. Came down pretty fast, I think.
yeah, we just crossed over to sediment, so we must be getting in the saddle here.
Frame up the camera again. Al, you want to do a junk zoom?
Actually, Paul, this might be a good place to try a core. We haven't collected one yet, and since we're in a little bit of a low saddle here, that might be deep enough to be able to get something. Deep enough sediment, that is.
All right.
Sam, sorry, I should
No
mention that
worries.
too. Like, yeah.
We've got 2 meters left, but I can stop right here.
Well, I'm pretty far out ahead of Argus, so we might not.
You're gonna have a little bit of.
How many cores are we going to take here?
I think just one.
Let's
Okay.
come wide out.
Let's say here someone chime in, they want more,
Argus?
but
Or
I mean,
yeah.
I think I am wide.
Okay.
I would like a torch light, though, please.
Light eye.
Do you want me to retract the camera a bit, or?
Not for
You-
my...
No, I mean Bob.
I don't know. When we get out there, I don't think so.
Okay.
So it's my understanding that the sediment core we're about to take is to help with stable isotope analysis as well as looking at microplastics. So I know more about the microplastic part of this work than the stable isotope part. I can mention that when plastics wash out of our clothing or larger plastics start to
Okay,
break
box
down,
Yeah.
they form microscopic plastics that can get in the water and then slowly settle to the seafloor.
I think that's good.
And that ship moves complete. I'm going to pop out for a bio break.
So with the push cores, what we found is that the microplastics analysis needs the top several centimeters, usually about 6 centimeters or so. And then the isotope analysis also requires the same, a similar interval, like top centimeter or so. So that kind of creates a conflict since the core can't necessarily be divided. So we may want to think about doing 2 here just for insurance.
sure, that makes a lot of sense, Steve.
Yep.
Sample tray in.
I don't
Do I just leave it
anticipate
out?
having a huge sampling need for
leave it
core
out.
down the road, but
Okay.
I'll let you decide that. I think we have plenty of extra. We have two,
Coming back
3
to
more
Cam.
open after this.
Okay.
Yeah, no, thanks, Steve. That sounds like
So
a
if
good
the
idea.
first one works,
Yeah.
we'll see how deep the sediment is. If you're watching the quad cam, you'll be able to see the predator arm holding the sediment
We
core,
have
which is
a
like a plastic
particular spot
tube.
here we're looking at.
Looks good to me.
Okay.
Yep.
And channel 3 shows a different view of the core entering the sediment.
How much down thrust you got? Give me the full beans down.
Got it. Do I need to come off stick lock for that?
Well, how much? What's the joy gain?
Oh, 51, so I can just crank that, right?
Yeah, make it all the way.
Full beans.
Is it? Yeah. More beans? No, it's only 44%. Yeah, come off stick locking. There you go.
All right.
I think we kind of drifted back a bit. But Al, can you zoom in on that and center it up?
Oh.
I think you got to zoom out a little bit so you can see the whole core.
That's good.
Wow.
Nice. Now it has to stay in there.
This core is not coming out of there for anything. Have to cut it out. Some pretty tough mud.
The art of persuasion with Predator.
I want to do it like this. I want to go more straight. Give it a try.
I was gonna say that was like an interesting backhand almost.
Well, it's because you got the coral cutters. It's
Yeah.
definitely harder to
Grab it.
get it in the quiver.
All right, gonna go over to sample cam. Got you on bubble.
Yeah.
So now in channel 3 you can see the location where that core is going to go back into. And that will help keep the sediments inside until they get back to the surface.
Steve, this
Good
is
call on
006.
fine.
Right. So 6 and 7 will be taken here.
Roger.
2 subsequent push cores.
Are we doing another one?
Yeah, we're going to do another one.
Yeah, that one held together nicely. Much better than when we tried it at Pioneer Canyon and wasn't this thick of sediments and they all just fell right back out again.
Can you zoom out, Al? That's okay. That's where we were, right? We're gonna go. Right here?
Yep, that's fine. As long as it's not in the same spot as the last core. We're not very picky.
Zoom in now. Oh, I'm trying to tilt my can.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Look at the dirt. I don't know, right in here? Is it okay?
Looks good.
Okay. This one's easier. I don't know if that's good or bad.
It's all right. That's why we got 2.
Get on top of there. Can you tilt down a little bit?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, say when.
When?
Huh? That was a
Well, it just-
disappointed
some- No, no, I was worried that some of it was gonna look like it went, down in the tube, but it looks like that's gonna stay put, and they
Yeah.
only need the top part.
Yep.
So, no, I should have been on mute. Just ignore me. You're doing a fabulous job. 2 cores.
It's not in the
Going
hole
in.
yet.
Okay, sorry. See, I'm gonna mute now. Is that a tiny little grenadier going by in Hercam? Oh my goodness. It's the smallest one I've ever seen. I mean, they have to start small. I've just never seen them that way before.
All right, Dan, now you can congratulate.
Look at that.
Woohoo!
Cue
Can you hear my clapping?
congratulations, yeah. It's like a live audience taping.
It's like a lot of the live shows right now.
So-
Sounds just like that. One person. Woohoo!
Sample tray in. That
Yep,
little
sample tray
float's
in.
gonna be fine.
Yeah, we don't care about that thing.
Okay.
All right.
Nice cores.
We've got entries in almost all of our parts here of
Oh,
the
that's
science
awesome.
priority sheet.
Sample bingo.
It's awesome.
Sample bingo.
What's next on your bingo
great.
card?
Okay, we got, I don't know, maybe some corals and sponges.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Just try to find some of those, huh?
I don't know what we're doing wrong.
I mean, we found an octopus sitting on eggs. That was the wild card
Twice.
of the bingo. We didn't
Yeah.
expect that. So, but let's try and get some
I
of these.
saw an army of crabs off the transect, but that was interesting.
Yeah.
Has this area
So
been
we've definitely seen lots of good things.
predictive habitat modeled for corals and sponges?
You're talking to the guy, right? Kurt.
No, well, no,
No?
it was
Also,
Matt
we-
Pody.
you wanna-
But,
You were part
Oh,
of
okay.
the
this is
ship move, right?
in the air.
Set.
Oh.
We're gonna do a reset. We're all sitting here.
Okay, now we're doing a ship move. Bridge nav.
Oh, too far.
30 meters, bearing 090. Habitat modeling, sponges and corals.
Yes, so Matt Pody at the National Center for Coastal and Ocean Science, NCOS, it's under NOAA, just finished up some deep sea coral and sponge modeling that was for most of the U.S. West Coast, off of basically from, I think, basically Oregon and all of California. So it didn't go all
Because
the way
we're
up
in the
into
dirt.
Washington.
We'll see. We had no beams. So he comes up a little bit. You should get beams back. Yeah. We're good.
Roger. Okay, sorry, Kurt. Making sure our
That's fine.
our tracking system is still working.
Oh yeah, that takes priority for sure. Yeah, so it was out to, I think, 1,200 meters depth, and then for all of California and Oregon, and I think a little part of Washington, and that was essentially dictated by the oceanographic models that were available for the area. So him and his team are starting an effort to do that for the Olympic Coast National Marine Sanctuary as well. So kind of a smaller geographic extent, but to help predict suitable habitat for corals and sponges. And so that report, this was funded by BOEM, the Bureau of Ocean and Energy Management, ostensibly to help them find out what impacts or what potential impacts the sighting and opening of areas of the seafloor for wind energy production might have on the deep sea community.
Ship move underway.
What was the distance on that move to?
It was 30 meters.
Got it, thank you.
Yeah, I
Right.
think we can, make a expedited move over that direction until we start seeing some habitats where, obviously if we see something interesting to check out briefly, we can do that. But I want to try to get to some of these areas that might have bedrock.
Copy that. I'll just keep putting in the smaller steps when we, just to continue moving.
Great.
An interesting place
Looks
for
like
a
there's
feather
a-
star.
Yeah, and then there's a little shrimp right at the end of that sea cucumber.
All right, Sam, do you know how to turn on the lasers?
Yes.
So touch screen, hotel, the bottom left.
Yep. And then
Lights,
lasers. Oh, there's another one of those boxes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh.
Yeah,
Huh.
someone, I can't remember who it was earlier, asked if it was ammo box or something else.
Ammo or oil.
Does that one look like it has a latch?
Yeah, that looks
Do not open.
It's hard to say. Yeah, no.
definitely.
Who's driving this thing?
Paul.
Not me. Not me.
Yeah.
That I know. We've got a little grenadier off to the right, it looks like.
Let's take a quick zoom on this box, if we can get it.
This one's covered with a lot more animal
Yeah.
life than the other one. But yeah, it looks very similar with that one looping handle.
Yeah. All right, let's come wide.
All right.
So Sam, just out of curiosity, what's the time delay between the calling in of the move and that translating down to the ROVs at this depth of almost 1,500 meters?
Yeah, it's definitely a little slower. We just started, oh, let's see here. I'll let you know when we can count it ourselves. The ship move just started, and Paul is starting to go as well. I don't know, I'd
So
say a minute or two.
my
Okay.
guess was gonna be more like 5.
5, really?
Yeah.
Okay, because you'd already started moving, I guess. So
Yeah.
it's hard to
There's a
tell
lot of more trash. Is that right?
That does look like rust. Just that one, maybe two.
Oh, there's more
Yeah,
up
the
ahead
one's
too.
kind of. Oh.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, I see the rust.
Definitely, it's been here a while.
Yeah. Yeah,
Octopus
so
on the right.
Yeah, I see it walking. That one's a little larger. We're seeing a variety of sizes of those octopus. Oh, and our first thorny head up to the upper left of the screen. Or unless you've seen one earlier that I missed.
I don't recall one, do I?
Yeah. Oh, look at there's another
Yeah,
of
lots
this
of cans here.
circular, and then yeah,
all right, let's
quite
zoom
a
in.
few. Sam, will you just mark this as having a lot of these canisters
Yeah, I think
just for
Steve's tagged it.
reference? Oh, okay,
I'll
great.
drop a
Thanks.
target though.
Yep.
Oh yeah, we can do that too.
Yeah, same. Looks to be the same species. This one is much larger than that really little one we saw. This one's about the size of those two lasers, which are 10 centimeters across.
Yep, the Granulodone.
All right, let's come wide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe more of a coincidence that we're seeing small ones and then we're seeing larger ones, larger females with eggs.
Yeah, so they seem to. It's one of the questions we have about the other octopus we see at Davidson, the brooding moms, is we have seen hatchlings, but we haven't seen any octopus that are older than hatchling or younger than fully grown. So we don't really know where they go in the interim. But
Right,
here it looks like they
let's zoom in.
stick around.
Yeah, keep going. Oh. All right. All right, let's come wide again. More of that rusty stuff on the right.
And a can there as well.
Is that a little hagfish? No, it has eyes that are obvious. What is? Kurt, do you know what that is?
I feel like that was a bit of a burn.
Oh,
Hagfish? No,
I
it
wasn't
is
trying to.
yeah.
I wasn't trying to burn hagfish. I just.
Yeah, I'm looking at the
Did
quad
you
view,
recognize
Jen.
that?
It may have been an eel pout.
I got it.
Okay.
Yeah, looks like there's one on the. Oh, that's a sea cucumber on the right.
Something kind of translucent yellow to the right of the lasers, past the white star.
I see it, yeah.
This?
Yeah.
Oh, is
Yeah.
that like a
Kelp.
is it a kelp?
Oh,
Yeah.
could be.
You want to zoom in now?
Could be an egg case.
Yeah, it does almost look like them.
Don't
All
see
right, let's
anything
come wide.
inside. That's a similar shape anyway to shark and skate egg cases. That's what I was referencing. Sometimes they're called mermaid purses. And if there is a developing embryo inside, sometimes you can see it.
What is that at the very bottom of the screen?
Yeah, that white, could it be a sponge?
Yeah.
Really? Kind of frilly looking? Is that what you're seeing?
Yeah.
Another grenadier at the top of the screen.
All right, Al, let's zoom in.
A sponge for sure.
Yeah, definitely a sponge.
All right, let's come wide. Let's come wide. Yeah. I'm going to keep zipping ahead unless there's anything we need to stop for.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we can keep going. Paul, thanks. And then, Sam, if you would let us know if we or when we are at least 100 meters from the end of that transect way back when, I can't even recall
Sure.
how long ago it was, but
We are 130 meters off from that end of the transect.
okay. Yeah, if it's all right with you and everyone else, if we could get a transect in here as we're heading towards that that waypoint that you dropped, that'd be great.
Sounds good. Getting nods from the pilots.
Do we need to do another Niskin before we start it?
How many Niskins do we have total? Because I know Taylor Ann wants some
6.
for the ascent, correct?
We have 6 total, so we have 5 left.
Okay.
So I'm looking through the methods. Sometimes I saw it saying in areas of high density of sponge and corals, but then in other areas it was paired with transects. So,
yeah, let's hold off on this one. I don't think Meredith needs one on every transect. So
okay.
yeah, unless someone else has some strong feelings about it, I don't think we need one.
Okay.
Steve, is that consistent with your understanding?
Yeah, I think that's
Okay.
that sounds good. You know, the fauna here is pretty similar to as it was in the end of the last transect or at the start of the last transect, so I think we'll be safe with that decision.
All right, Al, let's zoom in.
Looks like on the white, it looks like a tunicate, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So these tunicates are similar color to the white sponges, but we're noticing there's just 2 openings, which is typical of a tunicate, whereas a sponge might have 1 large opening, but then lots of smaller openings along the sides. And the sponges there's quite a variety that we've seen on these dives, but the tunicates tend to be kind of shinier, smoother, and then just have 2 openings.
Alrighty. Oh, there's a nice stocked tunicate.
Yeah.
Science, would you like to start the transect from here? Do you need to stop before we start the transect?
We do not need to stop. No.
Roger.
We can just keep going and just mark the time, and that'll be great.
Perfect. I'll put in a ship move now, due east for 200 meters.
I'm going to check Zoom, Paul. It's good.
What was that, Al?
Just checking Zoom.
Oh.
Make sure as wide as you can go.
200 meters, bearing 090.
And I am getting off comms for a moment.
And Kurt, I think right when we were starting that, we may have passed over a little bit of a frilly sponge next to that sea cucumber. Did you see that?
I didn't. I was typing in the chat, so.
Oh, okay.
Thanks for noticing. Amanda Kahn was giving a little more information about that stock tunicate, the Culeolus species. The actual species is Culeolus berrii, named after Jim Barry at Mbari.
That's cool. That's great.
That's fun.
That's fun trivia to learn for sure.
Yeah.
Zero 90 for our
I'm just getting centered here.
No worries. When you get on it, I'll start the transect there.
All right. All right, that's pretty good.
Starting transect.
Roger that.
Steve, this was 3B, right?
Right.
Thanks.
So again, we're in this rubble type habitat. Looks like eroded away from some outcrop somewhere upslope that we're trying to get to. Probably rolled down slope. Obviously there's a sediment and rain snow that rains down and covers this type of habitat with a thin veneer. And in the Hercules lighting, it looks kind of greenish.